some wonderful, wonderful driftwood. So while I was in Belize, while I was at the river in Belize, I picked up some driftwood. So here's the driftwood I picked up. So this particular piece right here, I'm making into a lamp. I actually shined it. Now, I don't use chemicals. As you know, I don't eat cooked food. I'm a vegan raw foodist, and I don't do chemicals at all. So I try to stay as close to nature as possible. Again, when I varnish the wood, I use linseed oil. So I use the linseed oil, and I use coconut oil to varnish my wood. So I use the linseed oil right here, and then I use cold pressed coconut oil for my wood. So if you look at this piece right here, I'm going to give it some light. So if you look at this piece right here, it's going to be a candle holder. And if you see the blackness of the wood, actually this was just in the sea. It was actually in the river, and it was just drifting. So that's why they call it driftwood, because it's probably been sitting there for months, years, and it has a lot of character in it. If you look at the wood, you'll see what nature has done. So nature really put a beating on this, and plus the wear and tear of the water. You'll see the driftwood, the texture, and I'm pretty much a natural girl. I love wood and I love nature. So what I did was I went to the river and I picked up a lot of driftwood. I didn't plan it. I just was in the river, hanging out, and I saw some wonderful driftwood. So I decided to pick up some of the wood. So here's what I picked up. I made a lamp holder out of this one here. I mean, not a lamp. I could put something on here, a candle holder. And then if you come over here, I'm going to make a lamp out of this one. So this piece right here, as I put this down. All right. So this one is going to be a lamp. I'm actually going to put a shade like the top one of the lamp. And I'm going to drill a hole in the back. And I'm going to put the wire set up. And I'm going to put the bulb right here. So I know you don't have to be an artist to be a visionary. We're all artists in one way or another. So I want you to walk with me in my eyes and see what I see, the potential. This too, I actually used some coconut oil. I sanded it down, and I used some coconut oil on this piece right here, this driftwood right here. So you see, it has a nice texture. It's not too smooth. I'm not much of a smoothie. I like texture. I really like. I don't know. I like nature. Nature is something that I have loved ever since I was in Brooklyn as a child. I gravitate towards dirt. When I was younger, I liked playing in dirt, I just been that kind of a girl. Hey. So with that being said, this is going to be a lamp. I'm going to share it with you when I'm done with it, but I just want to give you a tour of what I'm working on in the studio. So when you don't see me on Facebook, I'm busy in the studio working. Okay, now this is my baby right here that I'm going to make. As you know, I do jewelry, so I'm going to make this into my display that's going to hold my jewelry. So this piece right here is a little heavy, and I imagine me picking it up from the river. So this piece right here is a big piece of driftwood. There it is. Look at that. Look at that baby. Now, I have a vision for it. What I'm going to do, I just sanded it down. It had a lot of living organisms. So it had shells, it had snails in it, worms, ants, and some kind of little worms. So I let it dry out in the sun, like all the driftwood. I let it dry out for a couple of days in the sun, because I cannot, nor do I advise anybody out there that's working with driftwood to work when it's wet. You can't really get the full effect of the wood. And what's going to happen is that it's going to affect when you're sanding it. You can't sand wet material. So I let it sit in the sun for about a week. I let it dry, and as it dries, some of the outer layer was chipping. So I took off some of the outer layer just to get that smooth effect. Look at that. You can't beat that. And also, look at some of the texture in the wood. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. And I'm not even going to touch that. I'm going to leave it. I just actually sand some of it down. And what I did was, this is my favorite right here, that little, hey, this is my favorite right here, this little area right here. Now, all I did was sand it down, really just to maintain and keep the integrity of the wood. I didn't really sand it down too fine where it's so smooth. There's still remnants of its natural just texture. You know what I mean? There it is. Look at that. Look at that, baby. And the color. You see the richness of the color, the brown, the yellows. I love it. So I'm actually going to make a display piece out of this to hang my jewelry up. Also, like I said, it was wet. I let it dry for a week in the sun. I sanded it down, and then first layer I put on to pull out the color. I use the linseed oil. I let it sit for 2 days with the linseed oil so it can seep into the wood. I give it that really rich color. And then I came back and I put the coconut oil on it. I put a layer of coconut oil on it, and it's just, ooh, and it smells so good. It smells beautiful. I have a thing for wood and nature, so I love wood. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to find a piece for the bottom so it can be flat. See, the bottom is kind of like, yeah. So I need something for the bottom so it can lay flat. This way, when I hang the jewelry on it, it won't fall. So I need basically for it to be leveled off on the ground. So I'm going to work on this today. I also wanted to, and if anybody asks me what kind of wood this is like what they call in Belize, just Belize wood. Belize is well known for its mahogany and its Santa Maria wood. Mahogany is very popular here, but it's so much mahogany wood. I've definitely worked in mahogany. I'm going to show you some mahogany pieces. Now, again, I'm in my friend Jason's studio. So he's actually a craftsman, and he works strictly with wood. So I'm going to show you some of his pieces that he has that's on sale. Here it is. So this is one of his pieces right here. If you can see it, I'm trying to get a good... So it's a rustic table. So right here, you'll see the glass. And then you'll see the wood. See the character of the wood. So it's rustic. It's not, he's going to polish it and stuff like that. He did polish it. He sanded it down. It just needs to be coated with a layer of either. I don't know if he's going to use polyurethane. I'm thinking he's going to use linseed oil as well. So this is a really nice, I don't know if it's a coffee table, but it's a really nice little table. You see that? Here, let me see if I put my hand right here. Then we have the one where this one is the same style, but it's not rustic. Some people don't like rustic. They like it to be a little bit more a cleaner version. So this one, as you can see, it's mahogany, and he really sanded it down. The glass is in the center. It's all handmade, so you can see the legs of the table. And he does really, really, really good work. I mean, I highly recommend Jason for work. Right now, he's working on a couple of tables. Right here, mahogany tables right here. There you go. So he's working on a table right here with put the hinges in on the side. Then he's working on this area, this right here, this family setting table. And in Belize, they don't really, to my knowledge, a lot of the people who live here make furniture by hand. So he actually made this family table right here. So it's a little dusty. Don't mind the dust. It's work. I got the chairs. You can see the chairs are made by hand. A little dusty, but there are the chairs. Now, so there it is. So he's really good with wood. I actually, like I said, I love wood. I love the smell of wood, and I love dealing with wood. So I just wanted to share that with everybody. And again, please, 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 if you're in Belize City or thinking about coming to Belize, stop by Gala's Art Gallery. Has some amazing stuff, amazing artists. A lot of painters. I think I'm the only person that did sculpture. But my stuff is gonna be there for 4 weeks. So, and every 4 weeks she rotates and she gets different artists. So there's some amazing artists right now. So that's pretty much it I wanted to share with everybody. I hope everybody is staying warm, or at least staying dry in Belize. And I don't know the weather in the States, but I just want to thank everybody for checking out my channel. Also, if you have any questions about wood, and also if you would like to purchase some of Jason's stuff as far as his wood, feel free to contact me on down below. Also, check out my YouTube channel, my Facebook page, and also, I'm not a big fan of Twitter, so I'm not going to do the Twitter thing with you guys. But Instagram, you can hit me up on Instagram too. I'm a big fan of Instagram, but I'll keep you posted on these pieces right here. So right now, again, like I said, you got the candle holder, driftwood. I'm going to work on the lamp, and I'll let you guys know how to. This is my first time making a lamp, so this is going to be interesting. And my display for my jewelry. All right, everybody. Peace out. Have a good one.